Week 5 upset watch. Last week we put 5 teams on upset watch. 4 of them fell, and all of them were either 6 points or higher underdogs. So there's a lot of upsets coming on here, and this is who I think has the potential to have an upset this week. So we'll start with Iowa State here. They are more than 2 touchdown favorites to Houston. Houston is at home. I think the upset is not that crazy, but I also think that it's being a little inflated. I don't know about 2 touchdown favorites over Houston in Houston. So this one is maybe a slight reach, but I still want to put it up here as something I want to keep an eye out as potential upset. We're going to UConn. We're going to Rent. Got Buffalo coming in. I think Buffalo has a solid chance to pull this one off. UConn is about a 6-point favorite right now. I think Buffalo can keep it close and maybe inch out this win here. So keep a lookout on the Buffalo Bulls to upset the Huskies. We got SMU here. Florida State going into Dallas for conference opener for SMU. Florida State has had a horrible season so far, terrible start, but they just got a win over Cal, and they have the dudes to win this game. But can they pull it all together? So far this season, they haven't been able to show that, but we do know that they have the capability and they have the dudes to do that. So if they line up against SMU, who's going to get the edge? So we'll keep an eye out here, but I got Florida State potentially upsetting SMU in Dallas. Boise State versus Washington State. This is going to be a huge matchup. So Boise State wants to keep their G5 playoffs hopes alive. They have a loss to Oregon. But if they kind of run the table, they should be in a pretty good position to make the college football playoff as that G5 spot. But hold on, there's Wazoo. Wazoo's sitting there undefeated, and they are about a touchdown dog to Boise State this weekend. And John Mateer has been nothing short of just electric and so fun to watch. So the Boise State defense hasn't shown really that great of depth or grit to keep opponents from out of the end zone and from scoring. So Washington State might be able to put up some points here. So keep an eye out on that one at Boise. Notre Dame, Louisville. Louisville won this game last year. Notre Dame is about a touchdown favorite this year. I think Louisville has upset potential here. Louisville hasn't really been on the big stage so far this year, so I don't think a lot of eyes have been on the Cardinals, but they're a pretty solid team, both offensively and defensively, and so is Notre Dame. Notre Dame's defense is elite. Can their offense get the job done? Receiving and passing has not been their game. So if you can force Notre Dame, if Louisville can force Notre Dame to use the pass game and to air it out, I think Louisville will end up being, favored to kind of win this game. And I think they'll have a good shot at pulling that off if you make Riley Leonard throw versus run. And then lastly, we got Indiana. Man, this one scares me. Indiana versus Maryland. This line has sat at 7 all week. Hasn't budged either way. It's just sat at 7. So something's fishy here. I think Indiana, I think so far has clearly shown that they're the better team. Are they a touchdown favorite over Maryland? I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on this one for Maryland to upset the Hoosiers. That's who we got for Week 5 Upset Watch. Follow Big Body Balls CFB on all socials.